important safety topic: hazards and safety measures for hydrogen sulfide gas. This is the first of 6 slides, and in this session, we'll cover the key hazards associated with hydrogen sulfide, including its toxicity, flammability, and corrosiveness. We'll also go over crucial safety measures to help protect yourself and others in the workplace. So, let's get started and ensure we all stay safe while working with this potentially dangerous gas. Let's take a closer look at where hydrogen sulfide, or H₂S, is commonly found. You'll often encounter it in volcanic gases, petroleum, and natural gas. These are all natural sources where H₂S can be present. It's important to recognize that H₂S is highly corrosive, which means it can damage equipment and infrastructure over time. It's also poisonous and toxic, posing serious health risks if inhaled in significant amounts. Additionally, H₂S is highly flammable, so it can ignite easily, making safety precautions essential. One key point to remember is that H₂S is a colorless gas, which can make it particularly dangerous because it's invisible and hard to detect without proper instruments. Understanding these key properties helps us appreciate the risks involved and the importance of proper detection and safety measures when dealing with this gas. Let's take a closer look at the effects of H₂S concentration on human health. First, it's important to understand that hydrogen sulfide is highly corrosive to metals. When it dissolves in water, it can form weak acids, which can cause significant damage to equipment and infrastructure over time. This highlights not only the health risks, but also the potential for costly damage in industrial settings. Moving on to flammability, H₂S ignites quite readily in the presence of air or oxygen. It can form explosive mixtures with air when concentrations are between 4.3% and 46%. The ignition temperature for H₂S is around 260 degrees Celsius, so it doesn't need a very high temperature to ignite, which underscores the importance of proper handling and safety measures. Now, regarding toxicity, the effects on human health depend heavily on the concentration. At just 100 parts per million, individuals may experience respiratory distress, headaches, dizziness, or nausea. As the concentration increases to 500 to 700 ppm, there's a risk of losing consciousness. And at levels exceeding 1,000 ppm, the danger becomes immediate and severe, leading to respiratory paralysis and even death. Understanding these hazards is crucial as we continue to explore how to protect ourselves in environments where H₂S might be present. Let's now discuss the safety measures for H₂S, starting with hazardous area signage. It's crucial to have clear marking of H₂S zones to alert personnel effectively. This includes appropriate warning signs and restricted access controls to prevent unauthorized entry. Additionally, proper documentation of hazardous areas ensures everyone is aware of the risks and safety protocols. Moving on to hazardous area classification, we rely on both fixed and portable H₂S detectors. Regular calibration and maintenance of these detectors are vital to ensure they function correctly when needed. Visual and audible alarms serve as immediate warnings, and continuous monitoring is especially important in high-risk areas to detect any hazardous concentrations early. Regarding gas detection, implementing local exhaust ventilation at the source helps to capture H₂S before it disperses. General dilution ventilation further reduces concentrations in the overall area. These measures are essential to prevent the buildup of hazardous levels, and regular airflow monitoring helps verify that ventilation systems are working effectively. Now, let's talk about adequate ventilation. Proper ventilation is a key component of safety, and it includes ensuring good airflow to dilute any potential H₂S buildup. This can be achieved through local exhaust systems and general ventilation strategies, which are critical for maintaining a safe environment. Finally, personal protective equipment is our last line of defense. Respirators equipped with H₂S cartridges are essential when working in or near hazardous zones. Eye protection such as goggles or face shields, chemical-resistant gloves, and full-body protective suits are necessary when the situation demands, ensuring that personnel are protected from exposure. By understanding and implementing these safety measures, we can create a safer workplace and effectively manage the risks associated with H₂S. Let's go over some critical points for immediate response in H₂S emergencies. First, always wear an EEBD or emergency escape breathing device when your personal alarm activates. This is your immediate safety measure to protect your breathing. Next, if a detector sounds, do not attempt to reset it. Instead, get out of the area immediately. Remember, quick evacuation is essential, and resetting can delay safety actions. When evacuating or approaching areas where H₂S might be present, always consider wind direction. Wind can carry the gas toward you or others, so understanding its movement helps avoid exposure. A key safety fact to remember: water and H₂S do not mix well. Giving water to a victim exposed to H₂S can turn dangerous because H₂S reacts with water to form an acid, which can cause further harm. Now, onto some critical safety points. Use a breathing apparatus, or BA set, when braking equipment that contains H₂S. This reduces your risk of inhalation. Establish a perimeter of at least 15 meters, both up and downwind, to keep everyone safe. Make sure only personnel with the proper PPE are involved, and always have your EEBD ready if your personal alarm sounds. Regarding equipment handling, rescue should only be attempted by trained personnel. Rescuers must wear their breathing apparatus and consider wind direction to approach safely. Always have a backup team ready in case conditions change or additional help is needed. In rescue operations, the priority is to move the victim to fresh air immediately. Never give water to someone exposed to H₂S, again because it can turn into acid. If available, administering oxygen can be life-saving, and seek medical attention as soon as possible. Finally, in terms of first aid, evacuate the area immediately if the detector sounds, or if you smell rotten eggs, which is a telltale sign of H₂S. Do not reset the detector alarm. Report the situation to the area operator and follow established procedures. Remember, quick and correct actions are vital. Always stay alert, stay safe, and follow these guidelines to protect yourself and others from H₂S hazards. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility when working with H₂S. It's crucial that we all stay vigilant and proactive to protect ourselves and our colleagues. First aid equipment and trained personnel must always be available on site, so in case of an emergency, help is just a moment away. Make sure escape routes are clearly marked and easily accessible so that everyone knows exactly where to go if an evacuation becomes necessary. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, should always be available and in good condition. This gear is your first line of defense against H₂S exposure. Additionally, gas detectors need to be properly calibrated and fully functional at all times. These devices are vital for early warning and safety. Now, let's talk about some engineering controls. Installing gas scrubbers and separators helps reduce the H₂S levels in the environment. Automated ventilation systems are also key. They can activate quickly to clear hazardous gases. Using closed systems for H₂S handling minimizes the risk of leaks and exposure, which is essential for safety. Training and education are cornerstones of a safe work environment. Regular training sessions on H₂S hazards keep everyone informed. Refresher courses ensure that knowledge stays current, and emergency drills or response simulations prepare us to act swiftly and effectively if needed. Navigation and awareness are equally important. Always follow warning signs and pay close attention to them. Check the wind direction before entering any area where H₂S might be present. That way, you can avoid dangerous exposure. Identifying probable escape routes beforehand ensures you can evacuate quickly if an emergency arises. Personnel safety depends on making sure only those with proper training and PPE are in hazardous zones. Implementing a buddy system in high-risk areas adds an extra layer of safety, so colleagues can watch out for each other and respond promptly if someone is in trouble. In summary, always remember these key safety tips. Stay aware, follow safety procedures, use the right equipment, and work together as a team. Safety isn't just about individual responsibility, it's a shared effort that protects us all.